Hey, what's up? This is Jake from Chess.com, your friend in chess. Today we're going to look at the game between Vincent Keymer and Anish Giri in round one of the Tata Steel Chess Tournament 2026. But before that, let me tell you a story of what happened on the venue and start of the event. So the matches were delayed because there were protesters outside the playing hall. So the organizers, they had to take care of it, and after 2 long hours, I think it was probably more than that, or maybe less. I don't know. I can't recall. The matches were finally started, and luckily for the fans, they get to enjoy the great games of the first round. And this is one of those games. Vincent Keymer against Anish Giri. Vincent Keymer playing white here, and Anish Giri playing black. Vincent goes d4, d5 by Anish, c4, a queen's gambit. Giri goes queen's gambit accepted. Knight f3, knight f6, e3, openings diagonal for Vincent's light square bishop, getting ready to take his pawn on c4, e6 by Giri, bishop takes c4, c5 now, pressure in the center, castle by Vincent, a6, rook e1, knight c6. Now eventually this pawn, black's pawn, will have to move to b5 to kick his bishop away. Right? Does this happen? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Vincent goes knight c3. 97. Getting ready to castle. Vincent takes c5. D takes c5. Offering a queen trade. Rook takes queen. No queen on the board now. This is an endgame. Now in this position, it's about equal. No one has the advantage. So this is an equal game. Balanced game for now. Knight d2 by Vincent. Probably rerouting his knight. Going here to threaten this bishop. Castle by Giri. Yep. Knight b3. Bishop goes a7. Bishop. Move ahead of time. Bishop here says, oh, I'm not gonna wait for you to push your b pawn to b5. I'm gonna go to e2. Move back. Nice move by Vincent. Giri offering a rook trade. Nah, Vincent says no. I don't agree with you. Giri goes bishop d7 as well. Interesting move. Bishop c1 to d2, d2 to e1. Okay. Giri does the same. Both have the same moves. Similar moves. King e4 now. Vincent. Rook c8. Rook takes rook. Rook takes d8. Rook c1. Eyeing for this file here. While black's rook has his file, white is aiming for this file, the c file. Okay, h6 for Giri. Knight a4. Opening slowly the file. This is an interesting move by Giri right here. Knight d4. Is this a sacrifice? The noob question here is, Why knight d4? Okay, so there is a tactic. This is just about the same. About equal, by the way. If you take this knight, it turns out that this a4 knight is hanging. So black just takes it. And black is a little bit better here, according to the engine. Alright, so that's what happened. Rook c7 by Vincent, eyeing this b7 pawn. Now this pawn on b7, he's frozen. Can't move yet because if it moves, this bishop is hanging. Okay. Rook b8 by Giri defending his pawn. Now white is now a little bit better after this move here by Jerry. Let me look at it. What does the engine suggest? It's bishop c6. Bishop c6. Alright. So this is what the engine wants to do. Defend this pawn by putting the bishop on c6. The light square bishop defending this pawn. Eventually dropping this rook. Okay. Interesting. Instead, Jerry defended with the rook, which is not a good move. Which is not a good move according to the engine. Now black, now white is a little bit better here. 95 by white, adding more pressure to this pawn. Okay, now in this position, Jira resigned. Why do you think so? It's because this is a blunder move by a huge blunder by Jerry. So he wasn't really sure. Let's look at the clock. So in this position, Vincent Keymer's clock was more than 1 hour. He had more than 1 hour, while Jerry only had 35 minutes left. So Jerry was really thinking so hard. So you can see that it's very clear that Vincent Keymer was very prepared this game, while Jerry was not. And then Jerry blundered, taking the pawn on d4. This was a blunder. He was probably thinking, he cannot defend this pawn here on b7, right? There's no way to defend this. If you defend this with bishop c6, it is too late now. Knight just takes the bishop on c6. You take with a pawn, your bishop is hanging, and you're down a piece, and you lose a game. So yeah, I probably thought this pawn right here is undefended. No one's defending it, so why not take it, right? Take it, take the pawn, so that you have equal pawns. So he took it, and then it turned out that it's a blunder move because there is, look at this, double attack on both bishop. Probably missed this. He probably didn't know that his light square bishop was still on a4. So this was unfortunate for Jerry. Wow. Wow. Unfortunate for Jerry. So this was the game. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it and see you next time.